Good morning, it's your boy Danny again. Boy, let me tell you something. We're going to be in 1 Kings 18. We're going to be looking at this prophet by the name of Elijah. Guess what? He has a word for a woman. It's going to stretch her faith. You know what that word was? Feed me. He's going to tell her to feed him. And God is going to do something for her supernaturally. Now, I don't know what you're going through today, but I want to let you know that God is a way maker. He knows what you need of even before you ask. So we're going to be in 1 Kings chapter 17 because this situation is going to be intense. And because Elijah is going to follow God by faith, she's going to have to follow God by faith because the impossible is about to happen in her world. Check this out. Then the Lord said to Elijah, "Go and live in the village of Zarephath, near the city of Sidon. I have instructed a widow there to feed you." Did you hear that? God knew what she was going to do because he instructed her. In other words, his faith and her faith are about to do something. So check it out. Verse number 10. So he went to Zarephath, and he arrived at the gate of the village. He saw a widow gathering sticks, and he asked her, "Would you please bring me a little water in a cup?" Check this out, boy. It gets so intense because this is an intense time for this woman. Check it out. I want you to see it. And as she was going to get it, he called to her, "Bring me a bit of bread too." Now here's where the faith is about to get stretched. Check out her response. But she said, "I swear by the Lord your God that I don't have a single piece of bread in the house. All I have is only a handful of flour left in the jar and a little cooking oil in the bottom of the jug. I will just gather a few sticks to cook this last meal. Then me and my son would die." Had no hope, but let me tell you something. Here goes the faith right here. But Elijah said to her, "Do not be afraid." See, when the enemy comes, he wants you to be scared. He says, "But do not be afraid." He says, "Go ahead and do just what you said, but make a little bread for me. Then use what left to prepare a meal for yourself and your son. For this is what the Lord, the God of Israel, said, there will always be flour and olive oil left in your container until the time when the Lord sends rain and the crops grow again." Her faith was being tested. She did it, and guess what? God fed her, the man of God, and her child supernaturally. Don't you give up on yourself. Remember this, whatever's on your heart, whatever's on your mind, is on God's heart and mind as well, and he loves you with an everlasting love. If no one told you today that they love you, then they love you. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.